well.
I agree on that one. And Phantom Lancer last pick. Yeah, well, they have a lot of AoE for Poseidon. They have the Nether Blast, they have the Splinter Blast. They also have the Avalanche and the Toss combo from Poseidon Esports. So, if you want to run a Phantom Lancer pick, I think you can pick it in the first phase and then adjust your draft after that. Now, they don't have any answer for this Broodmother anymore.
I think the only one who can lane against that that Necrophos, will be that Necrophos, but I think that will be only like the first 2 levels. Once Broodmother hits level 4, level 5, that Necrophos, once he burns that Ghost Shroud, he's just gonna die.
And that's a big problem for Net Central. But, well, they do have the Earthshaker, but the thing is, you need to make sure, or before you will go for any team fight, you need to make sure that Broodmother is there. But most probably, Broodmother will just micro their Broodlings out of the team fight, look for a good opportunity. And I love Poseidon Esports better than the draft of NCGC when it comes to early game to mid game. So they need to make sure that they're able to place the supports, or at least control the lane itself. Make sure that that Phantom Lancer will get all of his farm, his Diffusal Blade as soon as possible. Clinks should play aggressive if they've decided to to run this draft. But I think it will be a Broodmother mid lane for
most
Poseidon
likely.
Esports.
And I don't think like what we said, we don't really have a good laning matchup against that Broodmother. Necrophos will be the best bet. Maybe if they transition their Shaker into a core. But I still don't think that would be a great idea.
Yeah, I don't think that's a good idea for
I mean, they
NCGC.
NCGC, much like last game, they have to get through the laning stage. If they get through the laning stage with the game fairly even in terms of net worth, they have a good chance.
Yeah.
But if they don't, Poseidon will run away with it. Much like what happened in the last game.
And, well, Broodmother is really good when it comes to early team fights. Well, his aggressiveness, he can take down those tier 1 towers quite easy. And, well, the thing about Broodmother is he really scales, well, down, as long as you can prolong the game, well, he can scale down. So, I think NCGC can just hold out the game for a few more minutes, or at least prolong the game. Make sure that they can defend their tier 1, their tier 2 towers, because most probably this Broodmother will just take all of the tier 1 towers.
You did say it best.
All right, so we'll go in game, and let's go ahead and introduce our players. There we go. All right. So we have NCGC playing on the Radiant side, GK on his Oracle, CL playing Earthshaker, Sai on his Phantom Lancer, Akashi on his Clinks, and Japoy on his Necrophos.
On the side of Poseidon, you have Urek on that Winter Wyvern, Tet on that Vengeful Spirit, Chinese characters on that Pugna Killua on that Tiny, and Enryu on that Broodmother. Okay. So it looks like Akashi will be playing that Clink, so he will bring it to the mid lane, but I'm not yet sure. Usually the Broodmother will actually bait out a web early on just to fake out where she is going, then she'll move somewhere else. But let's see. So far, Broodmother hasn't really put down a web, so they're still waiting for the lanes to settle down, I think.
Well, at the moment, Broodmother is positioning himself on the bottom lane, and I think this will be a 2-1-2, yeah, quite okay. But Poseidon already have an upper hand positioning themselves on the bottom lane, and they might be able to wrap around and get this Oracle.
So it's the Pugna
can take down the scoreboard, please. All right, there we go.
They found the Oracle,
Arcane.
but an instant pause doesn't. I don't think
goodness.
Yes, he is indeed lagging. What an unfortunate break for that Oracle. Lagged right in front of the enemy.
And well, he already picked up a point on his first skill here, so I think he can try to debuff, but unfortunately, he's probably going to die.
Yeah. Well, he is close enough to the AoE that he can stop them for a bit, stop the Winter Wyvern for a bit, and dispel the slow one himself.
Well, with this kind of burst damage from NCGC, or rather from Poseidon, they might be able to take it out. And Pugna will be the ones going to take the first blood, taking down GK for 278. And looking at the bounty runes, yeah, it's still okay. 2-4-2 for both teams. And checking out the lane composition, this will be a mid lane
against the Necrophos.
and Ryu against Necrophos.
Well, we did expect that. It's the best lane matchup for him. If he gets lucky on those broodlings with the Death Pulse attacks, he's gonna be fine. But it's all about the brood micro, how well he micros his spiders.
Okay, so 2 mangoes for Brood Mother. He even went for that Tango and early regeneration, so he can go deep if he wishes to. But he might need to get a magic stick first, so at least he can take advantage of those death pulses from Japoy.
This is basically the only time. Once the Brood Mother has the spiderlings, Necrophos will start having a hard time.
Well, at least level 3 or at least level 5 on Brood Mother for him to get that harassment. And as long as you can force Necrophos to use his Ghost Shroud, you're pretty quite good.
Yep.
While in the bottom lane, we have Pugna and also Sai laning with GK on his Oracle and also Vengeful Spirit on the side of Poseidon. Okay, this is what I'm talking about, man.
Pugna
he can just run away with this.
Out of regen items, though. He just had to pull tangos early on and didn't even bring a salve. So I think he will have to wait for the courier because Brood Mother will likely be using it for himself. But over in the top lane, Killua getting harassed quite a bit by Akashi, the power of the Searing Arrows, especially against that 0 armor Tiny.
Here comes the Avalanche. Akashi taking a lot of damage here. Arcane Burn. One more hit. Ooh, the clutch play. But I think they're not done yet. Nice salve from Akashi. Akashi trying to run away and juke his way out inside the 3 lines, but he can go in again. CL on the back lines. Nice Fissure Block. Urek taking a lot of damage. He doesn't have Arctic Burn, but he does have the Cold Embrace. Trying to buy some time, and Killua is also there. He doesn't have enough mana, but they're trying to focus on Urek. Urek, okay, with those Tango, or rather with those Iron Branch plays, but he will still go down. 155, 141 at the moment, but CL, yep, he will just run away since Killua doesn't have enough mana here.
Akashi actually had a bit of a misplay there. Didn't turn off Searing Arrows on the Cold's Embrace, so actually ended up wasting mana, especially with Strafe on as well.
Oh my goodness.
And now he barely has any mana to work with, so he has to ferry some mangoes or some salves in just to keep up the pressure. Because without the Searing Arrows, that Clinks doesn't really do anything in lane.
Yeah. Well, you really need to get those Searing Arrows even with securing last hits. While on the bottom lane, nice Nether Blast from Pugna, but he will go down by GK. Okay, 9 Nether Blast, 1-for-1 exchange, 8 more seconds for this Phantom Lancer, but he might go down as well. No, the magic stick, but the double kill from Pugna.
The power of the Pugna early game, one of the highest movement speeds in the game, 339, and fairly attack high base damage as well. Can just run enemies down.
And well, he does have 2 null talismans, so his attack really pumps up a lot, and this taking down those squishy heroes, especially Oracle.
Okay.
All right. Arcane Curse, Avalanche on the sidelines, but CL is just trying to play with the fog and trying to buy some time, but no, says Urek, and Akashi is also there. Okay, again. Clarity.
Cancelled. I don't know why he went near that Winter Wyvern in the first place. Kind of odd play.
Well, the bottom lane, okay. The Decrepify. That needs to play carefully here. The damage from this Pugna. Alright, Nether Blast still available. The Magic Missile, and that will kill Sai for 214. Well, Pugna is really having a good time here. 4-0 at the moment.
You know how efficient that Pugna was, just not looking at explosions after he got that Nether Blast down. He went back. Because he knew that was an instant kill that early on against that TL.
And, well, Oracle, yeah, he can, he can sustain the lane or at least zone out this Pugna. However, this Vengeful is really a big problem because that Magic Missile is a good setup for Pugna to at least use the Decrepify or at least secure the Nether Blast itself.
Plus, Fate's Edict's cooldown is way too high in the early game for him to at least be able to dodge those Nether Blasts efficiently. And Nether Blast, what, 5 second, 4 second cooldown? 5 seconds. I think it's a 5
seconds cooldown, and you can just, we're talking about the movement speed of this Pugna is way too fast. And, Japo is having a good time here in the mid lane. Well, Sai, he will go down, or rather, Tet will go down in the hands of Sai. He will also get that bounty rune while in the mid lane. What a nice contest here for Pugna and Earthshaker. But 4 bounty runes has been taken by Poseidon, and he will be punished here. Nice Fisher, but here comes Enryu with a lot of those broodlings. Oh my goodness, Enryu will take down CL for 319, and that's a dominating spree, man.
Oh, well, unfortunately, that spawn spiderlings countdown actually expired before he got the kill on the mud golem. So a bit of a misplay on the brood mother, going for the shrine before right-clicking on that mud golem to spawn the spiders.
Oh, to spawn the spiders. Oh my goodness. Well, quite late, but still quite momentum on the side of brood mother. And he even gave space from well in this Necrophos. So most probably, well, he's on the second of our network chart right now, 2,900, almost 3,000 right now, matching out with Pugna with 3,000.
I think what Broodmother needed early on was at least some harass help to keep that Necrophos from just zoning him out early on. But no help came in now. That Necrophos is just comfortably sitting in lane while the Broodmother has to jungle.
And also, if you will go jungle, maybe send at least a support on the mid lane, so at least it will help your support to get their levels and contest this Necrophos for a little bit.
Good micro from the PL, forcing out that stun from the bench on an illusion.
Yeah, the micro plays, man. And Ryu, well, as you can see, man, he's already level 6, while Necrophos is level 7 already. Well, he just
he has the medallion now. He has the medallion. So if he finds a way to fake out that Ghost Shroud before going for a kill.
Alright, top lane, CL might go down, the Shrapnel will kick in, but Urek! Alright, one more hit. Okay, the Cold Embrace is also there, but Akashi, you see how much damage can dish out. Skeleton Walk for a point. Urek, he needs to juke his way out. No, it's not available, and it's not level 6 yet, but Killua is just farming his way, while on the bottom lane, Poseidon taking out PL again.
That is what you call a value point on the Skeleton Walk securing that kill, because usually Clinxes don't get Skeleton Walk until around level 7, level 8.
Well, I've seen Clinks putting up a point or 2 points on his strafe and leaving at least, well, taking the Skeleton Walk around level 7 indeed. Okay, bottom lane, CL. Nice Fisher block. Oh my goodness, the Fisher block from CL. And he will take the kill, 2015. And, well, that's one of the best ways to control this Pugna. Since Pugna is getting a lot of kills, well, probably he's on the top network chart.
Okay, so they know that Broodmother is just gonna farm up the Ancients for now. The power of the mid Broodmother. Even if she loses the lane, she will not fall behind in terms of net worth.
And he's also taking all of your resources. Since, well, Necrophos is, well, not that type of hero who farms the Ancients, but however, you need to... Oh, Akashi, the Skeleton Walk, the value Skeleton Walk, but he's looking for a kill here, but he needs to respect that Killua, and also Yuri is, or rather Urek is also there, but the Cold Embrace, where's the Tiny? Tiny is not reacting, he just TP'd inside the, to the well, and goodbye, my friend. 228 gold will be taken by Akashi, and that's a free lane for the Sklinks here, man.
So if Vengeful Spirit actually makes a rotation to the mid lane, that could transition into an easy kill for the Broodmother. Yeah,
they need to kill this Broodmother, or this, or at least apply some pressure in this Necrophos.
Because he's having way too good of a time.
He's level 9 already with the Power Threads and 2 Null Talismans, and this one I'm talking about. So, okay, you don't want to pressure Necrophos, we will pressure a tower instead. And again, the tier 1 tower, first tower will be taken out by NCGC.
The micro, don't give the spiderlings so much deathful stacks.
Oh my goodness, man. Well, it will regenerate in a few, but you really don't want to give that that counts on that. Well, he's just microwing it out.
I got a couple.
Still, a count is a count.
Usually what I notice Broodmothers do, like specifically Ramses, when he doesn't like his matchup in the mid lane, he'll actually cut the waves just to force the Necrophos to tank up the damage from the creeps on the other side.
So it will force Necrophos to use his Death Pulses.
Because right now what happened was, he just left the Necrophos free farm. the lane
Yeah.
while he backed away and just soaked XP while getting the last hits with the spawn spiderlings.
Yep. At least microwave out. And this is the first Reaper sight, but the damage is not enough. But rather GK, he will take the kill here and a double kill for this Oracle. Nice rotations from NCGC. But they might be able to take down the tier 1 tower, but Cliff will be used in the side of Poseidon Esports. And also NCGC, since he saw Enryu taking down this tier 1 tower in the mid lane, he will TP back. And Enryu, he can stay for a while, but this is what I'm talking about. Ghost Shroud is available in a few seconds. Where's the web? One more death pulse. Oh, the Fisher! But Japoy, oh my goodness, man!
He has no more webs.
It doesn't have, and you see how much he regenerates, man. 14 stacks on the death pulse.
That is what happens when you miss micro on a Broodmother.
And the clutch plays from Earthshaker as well, man.
Very good rotation, saving his core's life, and that would have been a big kill on the Broodmother.
Well, that thought of the bottom lane. Life drain, but the Echo Slam will cancel it out. Nether Blast. Oh my goodness. One more hit from Sai, and he knew that he will go down, so he will just stay there and micro his way out, man.
Level 4 on the Phantom Rush, so no way that Pugna is getting away.
He can't run away from that. And he doesn't have any point in his Phantom Lance yet for this Phantom Lancer. But looking at the items of Broodmother, he went for an early Diffusal Blade. I think he only lacks one component from this. You have the Robe of Magi, and once he got that, it will be easier for him to kill out this Necrophos, since he already have an answer for this Ghost Shroud from Necrophos. So they need to make sure that they will pressure all of the tier 1 towers. And, well, just like what they did earlier in the mid lane and also in the top lane. So maybe they can transition in the bottom lane itself, or maybe defend their tier 1 tower in the top lane, since Killua and also Pugna is sieging it out. And it's a 4-man group up for Poseidon.
Well, they can push it. The tank, the tiny tree grab and the Nether Blast does so much damage, but Necrophos making that rotation.
Oh, the Fisher! Akashi is also there. The amount of damage to Strafe! But, oh my goodness, but Japa will take out the Tet rather, and Urek will also go down in the hands of Akashi. But the tier 1 tower is still standing. Yep, nice defense from NCGC. And they did not expect that rotation from NCGC. And that Fisher really wrecked up their position.
So, I'm not sure if he knows Echo Slam is down here. He's not really being confident, not grouping up with his fighters. Just doesn't want to take that chance.
Maybe he missed time, or he's not able to time the Echo Slam. But still, those Broodlings will work his way out. Okay, Akashi's also there. They need to play carefully. False Promise will be used on this Earthshaker. Well, it's okay. So at least you won't give any farm on this Broodmother.
He is actually clings to not quite close to his Oblivion staff, but doesn't have the detection, so he will be able to run away. Oracle will also be able to run away thanks to that perfect enchant totem from the Earthshaker. What a pal.
And he doesn't want to overcommit, since he's way too deep inside the tier 2 tower, and that connection itself. Well, that's the 1k net advantage. The game is quite different from our first game, man.
At least it's now NCGC now showing signs of life. They're not just gonna roll over and take this loss against Poseidon. And this is the type of Dota we want. In the first place.
And this is okay. Life drain on this Lynx. Killua. Okay. Alright, but they will just disengage. They don't want to commit on this one. Since the Echo Slam is still available, Magic Missile holding down CL. Echo Slam is still available. The Phantom, Urek still there. The Broodlings, Echo Slam. Oh my goodness, Enryu. But he can try to... Okay, he used his ultimate, but again, the Fate's Edict from Oracle holding him down. Reaper's Sight. And the damage is enough. 3 heroes down on the side of Poseidon, but they're not done yet. They're looking for more. Pugna trying to run away. Okay, the hold down, the root. Vengeful Spirit, and I think Vengeful Spirit will be another casualty here. The Fisher Buck. Oh, the Phantom Rush!
Doesn't matter.
Oh, the Phantom Rush, man. Necrepify into another blast. He tried to use his life drain again, but the damage has been done. You really can't, well, use the full duration of your life drain with Earthshaker there.
And NCGC winning fights with a Blink Dagger not yet available on that Earthshaker. He's gonna have it in 600 gold. So with bounty runes coming up, I hope NCGC get all of these 4 bounty runes because they have the advantage. The Clinks is also in position over in top lane, so I think they're gonna get all 4.
All 4 bounty runes, and well, I think what happened earlier, it's okay for this Earthshaker to commit that that Echo Slam alone with Broodmother. At least they're able to control. They're able to at least buy some time for the rest of their teammates to react.
And they got the kill also on the
And they got the kill as well, and that's a Reaper side kill.
And this Broodmother, not really working out as we thought it could.
Yeah, because most of the time, if you're playing as a Broodmother, you want to take all of your all of those tier 1 objectives as soon as possible.
And right now, they only have 2 towers down on a Broodmother lineup that is 4k behind at the 15-minute mark.
And just like what I mentioned earlier, the Broodmother is really not that type of hero who scales up as long as you prolong the game. And NCGC, they're playing quite okay with this kind of draft here, and I think it's one of their comfort draft, in my opinion, for NCGC. While Poseidon, they're really taking their time, and this Broodmother will scale off in a few.
Necrophos around 2,000 gold away from his Radiance, so another big item pick up for the side of NCGC. That missed chance really hurts their lineup quite a bit. The tiny slow attack speed, the Broodlings, on top of the fact that they might miss those attacks, they're gonna disperse when they take damage from the Radiance.
And that's one of the best ways to counter this Broodmother. At least you have an opportunity to take those additional points for your Death Pulse to get those regeneration. But 17-8 at the moment. 16 minutes and 43 seconds on our game time. 4k advantage for NCGC.
Broodmother going for a very early Black King bar. I think it's the only way he can actually commit to these fights.
But the thing is, you need to micro your Broodlings properly so it won't affect the rest of your team when it comes to the Echo Slam. And talking about the Echo Slam, I think the Earthshaker already got his Blink Dagger. Not yet, rather, but Pugna will be caught into a Ripper Sight. Echo Slam into 2! And Sai's also there. Nice double. Swap from GK, but again, the damage from Oracle will take him out. 3-4-0 exchange in favor of NCGC, but they're looking for more. This tier 1 tower will be sieged out by this Clinks, and you see how fast he shoot that arrow, man.
Power of the strafe.
Power of strafe. Other than the additional attack speed, you also have the chance to disjoint or at least dodge those ranged projectiles.
That includes magic missiles.
Magic missiles. Oh my goodness. But NCGC, they're
they
quite in the lead right now. Avalanche toss.
Freebie for the side of Poseidon. I think they're just going to wait for the Black King bar. Once they have that Black King bar, they have to force a fight.
Because they need to force a fight. And NCGC, they're leading the way with 5k. Well, it's not that far, but the problem is this Pugna can just take down your objectives quite easy, and this Tiny as well.
Clinks, Necrophos, all 3 are really doing well on the course of NCGC. Complete opposite than the last game. Yeah,
complete opposite, I agree. Well, Necrophos, I think he just lacked the recipe. But Akashi,
Orchid.
Oh my goodness, the Orchid damage. There's no way that you can save this guy. And Akashi will take down Urek for 203. 21-9, 30 kills at the moment, 18 minutes in. And Akashi, and that's the Orchid reveal for Clinks right here. And he will also go for a Nullifier. So once he got that Nullifier and the Orchid of Malevolence, that's a Doom already.
The Son of Doom build.
Yeah, Son of Doom.
That's like the quality.
You can't use your items, you can't use any spells. So that's a mini Doom.
You just have to run away.
Yeah, you can't do anything else. Maybe if you can, if your colleague can save you or at least stop any, with this Cold Embrace, however. But problem is, how far can you sustain that amount of damage that Clinks can dish out? And
plus having a Nullifier on a Phantom Lancer lineup is there's just so much good synergy.
Those illusions will also proc that slow from the Nullifier.
Exactly.
And once he got that Bloodthorn, if he decided to go for Bloodthorn itself, well, you will see all of those crits will fly out. You have no time to react. The only thing that you can do is to put your hands up away from the keyboard and wait for your hero to respond for the next minute.
Hands up game. Yes, they like to say. Or social media break.
Just go out tab, go for well, check your socials, and wait for your hero to respond. But at the moment, we have a slight disconnection on the side of NCGC, and I think well, Earthshaker did not anticipate that kind of rotation here in the bottom lane itself, just like what you see in the drawing. And they might have having some difficulties with their connection. But at the moment, we will just wait for Earthshaker to reconnect. Oracle's already here.
I like the Necrophos decision to go for the Blade Mail because they have quite a bit of uncontrollable damage on the side of Poseidon. You have the Avalanche Toss, you have the Nether Ward damage, you have the, well, it doesn't really return, but you have the Nether Blast and the Life Drain, which will maybe make Pugna stop casting it on you when you use it. So.
Well, technically, if you have a Blade Mail whenever he's using a Life Drain, his life is not really regenerating at all. So it will stay static, but you will have an opportunity to go to at least get closer to Pugna.
Yep. Plus, Pugna likes to stay at that high HP threshold because of the low natural HP of the hero.
Low HP of this Pugna itself. But looking at the items, guys, let's take this time while we're waiting for our player to reconnect. We have GK with an Urn of Shadows, Magic Wand, Blink Dagger, and Earthshaker. We've seen Earthshaker use his Blink Dagger earlier in the bottom lane with a 2-man Echo Slam, which is really good. So I think they have an idea. Poseidon Rider already have an idea that the Blink Dagger is already available. Phantom Lancer with a casual Hood of Defiance and Yasha, Orchid, 4 Clinks, and Radiance for this Necrophos.
I think Killua is also going for an Echo Saber. I think that's an Echo Saber.
Yeah, it will be an Echo Saber for Killua. Okay, Reaper's side. Oh my goodness, 80 seconds!
80 seconds on that Broodmother, and
for this Broodmother, they need to take advantage of this. Maybe take the take an objective, or maybe take Roshan. And I think they're taking Roshan right now.
There we go. It's instant Roshan with the Clinks lineup. They don't even need Medallion of Courage. Look how fast it is.
They don't need that Medallion of Courage. With the amount of damage she can, this Clinks can dish out, man. Plus the damage from the illusions. Well, it's not gonna hurt the Roshan that much, but that's one of the ways to at least prevent Roshan from hitting you.
And I think they're gonna give it to Clinks because he has that open slot available. Plus, will allow him more leeway into just forcing these fights across the map. And
he can play more aggressive if he has the Aegis of Immortal. So another disconnection for on the side of NCGC. The items itself, Tiny, yeah, he can go for the Echo Saber, but I think it will be better for him to get a BKB.
Yeah, since so they can frontline. Because right now, the Broodmother also wants a BKB because it's really good if 2 of your cores get simultaneous BKB. So your power spikes are in a line that you want to fight together, right?
And the thing is, it's going to hurt you with with the Ripper side. You don't want to at least be focused on and then use the Ripper side on you, and then the rest of your team doesn't have any way. They don't have any other heroes to tank up other than the Broodmother, and the Aegis of Immortal will be taken out by Sai instead. The Phantom Lancer took the Aegis of Immortal.
Ooh, so Pugna will also be getting a dig on Thompson inspired.
Thompson inspired, man.
Yeah. Do you see what he did against Ame?
Yo. I think that
was a full HP Draw Ranger, yeah.
Oh,
full HP Draw Ranger.
Inside the 3 line, right?
Yeah,
oh my goodness. And he also have the Veil of Discord, so I think
Thompson build. It's the Thompson
build, man. And kudos to Thompson, by the way. He's his first TI and his first TI champion. Alright, 22-10 at the moment. Still NCGC with a lead of 7k, 22-10. So that's a 12 kill difference. But still, objective is the name of the game. It doesn't matter how many kills you have as long as you're able to take down the Ancients. And with this kind of draft from Poseidon, there's a very big chance that they can take down those objectives quite easily with the Nether Blast and the 3 from Tiny, and also the Broodmothers itself.
Poseidon still waiting on that blacking bar of the Broodmother. Really don't want to fight before it, and especially with Aegis also on the side of NCGC, and they are gonna looking like they're grouping up at mid lane, but an arrow, a line being drawn up to the top lane, so that is their next objective, and they also have a ward around the shrine as well.
And it's really difficult to siege, or I think it's better for you to siege a tower without the web. So yeah, because if you're fighting with the webs itself, well, it won't matter that much, but the movement speed, and also it will be easier for you to to take down the Broodmother.
And the Broodmother never really likes relocating this early in the game.
Just 22 minutes. What was rather Killua with a double damage rune.
And they have the blacking bar on the Broodmother as well. If the Broodmother has full web charges, he can move on. She can move on over to the top lane as well.
But there's a rotation. Double damage rune. Sai with the avalanche. Magic. Oh, okay. False promise. They might be able to buy some time for this Phantom Lancer to regenerate. But Ryu with the Fisher. BKB has been used. Japoy needs to run away. The Ghost Route has been used already, and he doesn't have any other way to run from this kind of engagement from Poseidon. But they're looking for more. Sai. That is also their magic missile on the right. Hero Echo Slam. Oh, the damage from Akashi. 2 for 1 and a buyback for this Vengeful Spirit. And I think that's the end of that initiation, or of that fight itself. They're hitting an illusion. And Killua might go down, and he will. Double kill for Sai. And he doesn't have mana. He does have the Aegis of Immortal. Oh, the Fisher from CL. Pugna might go down. He uses Doppelganger, but Yurek, oh my goodness, man. Sai micro his way out from this engagement. Again, the illusion.
The micro is real.
Manta style, life drain, and also the ultimate Winter's Curse. But he's buying a lot of time, man, for Sai. But he will still go down. Maybe Aegis of Immortal. Are they ready for round 2? They have already committed his Winter's Curse, but here comes Akashi with a Blink Dagger, that with a Cold Embrace. Okay, Pugna, Reaper's Sight, and that will be the end of this Vengeful Spirit. 85 seconds on the sidelines, but the Phantom Rush from Sai. Phantom Lance, the Crepify, but Killua is also there with the Avalanche and the DOS combination, but Akashi is ready for him. Alright, the Crepify, Nether Blast, but that will only buy a little bit more time. The Silence from Akashi. The Crepify and Pugna will be the next target. Japoy and the rest of the gang is also there. Akashi taking down Poseidon's life for 283, and this is a tier 2 objective being taken by NCGC. 7k net worth advantage, man.
And you see how awkward that fight was for the Broodmother. He ran out of webs midway through, and now he has no more webs to try and help defend the mid lane.
That's the problem, man. Well, that's the thing that you really need to stack all of your web charges whenever it's available. Nice Fisher, but where's the follow-up damage? There's a Blink Dagger into an Enchant Totem. Alright, Japoy and the rest of the gang is also there. The body blocks from CL, but he might go down. No, he won't. Sai will take down the life of Killua. What a nice turnaround.
That is when you go for the chat wheel spammers.
Oh my goodness, man. The body blocks from CL.
Yeah, that was so good. He could have said Echo Slammer Shower right after that, right?
Well, that's the thing. That's the problem with Tiny without a BKB. If you got caught, if ever there's any opportunity to want to take down this or to at least lock down the Tiny, the rest of the gang will just go there and help.
Yep. Was Tiny falling really behind now? The last core on the map. I mean, he has been sacrificial in nature, but he's not really achieving anything.
Yeah.
So he has to dial it down.
And with this kind of draft, man, this lineup, you want to pressure all the towers. You want to apply some pressure on the towers. Well, the tier 1 tower on the top lane is still intact. And well, the best way to want to come back from this kind of situation aside of Poseidon Esports is for them to take down all the towers. Tier 1 tower, the tier 2 towers is also available. Just place a ward right there and let your skills do the job itself. The Nether Blast, the Broodlings. Well, they have a lot of skills that Arsenal that they can use to take down those tier 1 objectives.
So I think both teams will just settle for farm now until the next Roshan, which I think is not too far off. But both teams don't have ward around that area, so that is the next objective for both of them. They're smoked up. Dito. Oh, here. It's the Earthshaker.
The Earthshaker. Well, it's really difficult because, well, you need to position yourself in a quite, quite difficult or inside the tree lines. But the thing is, as long as you're inside the spin web, well, Broodmother can just simply place or at least put a Broodling here, or at least Broodling there, and then cancel the Blink Dagger, and you'll be stuck there for quite a while.
Yeah, true. Just a little bit of micro will do so much for them. In this moment, Shadowblade almost up for that Tiny, so we'll help him find that initial burst.
No BKB still, man.
Yeah,
27 minutes.
But they
no
need
BKB.
to find that Oracle earlier in these fights, because he is forcing them on awkward engagements thanks to that false promise.
And Poseidon making some plays here, smoke off the seat, but the rest of NCGC on the other side of the map.
The pings are coming out.
Oh,
they know.
okay. The scan will hit on an enemy
and they're
here.
Gonna stay on the high ground. They have a trap ready.
They have a high ground advantage already. And they're trying to bait that illusion. Alright. Oh my goodness. Here comes NCGC. Alright, Doppelganger. They'll try to focus. There's no Winter's Curse. It's now good for them to go in. There's no Vengeful Spirit as well. But Killua just lurking, waiting for... Well, he does have the Shadow Amulet, so
pretending
it won't
to be a
that
tree.
much. Yeah, pretending to be a tree. And that's 2 supports down.
And that was such a beautiful bait from...
Akashi, the Crepify. But the Blink Dagger. Okay.
That was such an important nerf on the Nullifier before it was almost
way too fast. Yeah. And that's also good for that effect for an item. It's quite OP if you're going to ask me if
they made it faster, right? Yeah.
Quite okay for at the moment. So nice balance from Ice Frog right there. All right, 10k net worth lead now for NCGC. And this what I'm talking about, man. This Broodmother. Problem with Broodmother is just really scaling down. Well played for NCGC, holding out the game. And as long as this game progressed, this Phantom Lancer, once he got the once he got that Heart of Taras, there's no way for Poseidon to take or at least kill this Phantom Lancer. Right?
We talked about it. At this stage in the game, they don't have enough reliable AoE damage.
Yeah.
After the Nether Blast, Blacking Bar being committed. Broodmother just trying to go ham on the Necrophos, but the Ghost Shroud is there.
Ghost Shroud is there, and again, they're trying to focus on Necrophos. Necrophos will be taken out, 74 seconds. Cold Embrace, but here comes Sai again, and also Akashi, the Echo Slam. Oh my goodness. The worth it Echo Slam, and it's time for the rest of Poseidon to go back, give this tier 2 tower, and get ready for the next engagement. Well, the Echo Slam has already been committed, so maybe he can just wait for the buyback.
They're gonna burn the buybacks.
One buyback for Poseidon.
And Broodmother, they don't want to force this out, but Klings is already at the mid lane. They want more than one lane of racks at this point.
Oh my goodness, man. And it's just non-stop. Let's check the items. Oh, he went for an Eye of Skadi. No Diffusal Blade for Phantom Lancer. Quite unusual, man.
Just going for the pure tankiness, I guess, at this point.
Well, maybe he can dish out more damage if he went for Diffusal Blade and also remove the Decrepify as well. It's quite unusual for Akashi picking up this, or rather from Phantom Lancer picking up, or Sai picking this early Sky of Skadi. Well, yeah, Skadi is good for kiting out heroes, but the illusions is what I'm talking about. The burn, the mana burn from the illusions, you're missing it out. But yeah, maybe they have other plans. Or maybe he's just saving a slot. We're not sure.
Maybe I think at this point it's not really too efficient buying a Diffusal Blade. 31 minutes for a Phantom Lancer.
Yeah.
Who look at that damage muted. He will be able to get the swap out. Doesn't matter though, as the Soul Burn will take him out.
Maybe if he used the Cold Embrace much more earlier, maybe he can save out this Pugna. So 37 seconds at the sidelines for Pugna.
And Earthshaker almost has his Aghanim Scepter. Such a good item on that hero.
Oh yeah, man. The Aghanim Scepter. One of the reasons why OG won against LGD before or on the upper bracket, not the grand finals. But BKB will be committed. Nice Fisher block. But Sai, he can run away from that Fisher. Spin will also be committed. But this tier 3 tower is taking a lot of damage from both Sai and Akashi.
And that is gonna be the fortification burnt. And they can't really do anything about it. They have the tiny, but he doesn't have a BKB. There we go. They have the Winter's Curse, but it's not gonna do anything.
It's not effective, man. And here we go. The doppelganger will just remove, and also the Ripper Sight into an Echo Slam. Oh, Brood Mother. 70 seconds on the sidelines. Avalanche toss also on the other part of the map here. 47 seconds on this Earthshaker, but 3 heroes down for Poseidon, but they're not done yet. They're looking for the tiny. They don't have any vision, but the Radiance burn from Japoy. GG, well played for Poseidon Esports, and we will go for Game 3.
Game 3.
Nice comeback from NCGC. Yeah, really different.
A much better draft from them, and I think the Broodmother pick. I think Broodmother, his decision making in the early game was kind of questionable. He was playing too passive against that Necrophos. I think he really should have forced to cut the waves in between the towers to at least force the Necrophos to make a decision for himself. What he did was he just allowed the Necrophos to free farm the lane, and you saw what happened afterwards. Such an early Radiance. And that Broodmother, yes, he did keep up on that farm, but not really what you want to be a full item ahead as a Broodmother.
And also, you need to get to pressure all the towers, all the lanes as much as possible. Take down the tier 1 tower, at least less than 10 minutes or 7 minutes or so. But he went to the jungle around 6 minutes. So that's the problem, man. And let's see. And well played for NCGC. I think they've talked about the draft itself, their mistakes, and it's quite okay, especially